Hi, it's Becky, and welcome to Glitter and Glue Sticks. In today's video, we're going to give our back patio a much needed refresh. Today's video is going to be packed full of do-it-yourself projects that you could use on your own patio with lots of the items found at Dollar Tree. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, let's get started. Let's start off with showing you guys how the patio started out. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. The patio chairs over on the end didn't match. We didn't have cushions for two of them, and the mulch and the rock really needed refreshing. I started out by painting all the planters a nice coat of fresh black paint. Now let's fix this pea gravel. Every time the dogs ran over it, it got all over the place. I found this product on Amazon. I thought I'd give it a try. After we spread out the pea gravel, we just coated the pea gravel with the glue and then let it dry. I was hesitant, but this stuff really worked. I took a piece of scrap wood that I had and cut it out the same dimensions as the top of our fire pit. As you could see, my piece of wood wasn't quite big enough, so I took another piece of wood, mended it together to make my square. I then took Jenga blocks, laying them 3 together at a time and gluing them together, making several squares. Once I got quite a bit of the squares together, I started gluing them on my piece of wood. First ones were going up and down, second ones left to right, third ones up and down, fourth ones left to right. After what felt like an eternity, I finally had all my Jenga blocks on there. Now it's time to sand. After my board was sanded nice and smooth, it was time to paint on my checkerboard. I used a checkerboard that I got from Dollar Tree as my pattern, but I did have to add 1 extra square to make it even on each side. After all my squares were painted, then I took antiquing wax and coated the whole top. Took a baby wipe to get off the excess. Next, I wanted to make a solar light to hang above my coffee table. To do this, I measured the distance between the rafters on each of my joists underneath my deck, and then I took that measurement and I cut 4 pieces that length. Then I figured out how wide I wanted my lantern and cut 4 pieces to that length. Now we're going to take 2 of the longer pieces and 2 of the shorter pieces and glue them together, making a rectangle. Once those pieces are glued together, we're going to then take our nail gun and nail them together. This is how our first piece is going to look. We're going to repeat that process again for the other side. We then need to attach a piece of board that our solar lights will eventually go through. And then use 4 pieces of wood to connect our 2 rectangles. We're going to need to drill 3 holes in our piece of wood to put our solar lights through. I used some glue and screws to attach the top rectangle to the bottom rectangle because my nails weren't quite long enough. Now let's add some paint. Take your time, this is going to take multiple coats. To attach it to the ceiling, I use a chain hanging kit that I got from Dollar Tree. along with some cup hooks that I got from Walmart. Now we need to push those solar lights through the holes that we had drilled previously. Now let's take a look at the newly refreshed patio. I got some new aerodynamic chairs from a local market and used some of my stuff that I had made in previous videos to decorate. Look at that cute checkerboard. I will need to bring it back in and do a few coats of polyurethane on it. Fresh mulch and flowers really brightens up the place. Thankfully, I won't have to worry about that pea gravel anymore. Remember those lanterns from a previous video? They fit out here good. Now let's take a closer look at that solar light. This is really going to help out when we want to sit out here at night. I think she looks really cool. Thanks for watching today's video. Have a great week.